Welcome to our maths learning for Wednesday the 22nd of April. I can't believe we've made it to Wednesday already. It feels like we've been back at remote learning forever. Now, apologies for yesterday's disaster of me not putting the activities on. I have checked and checked again, and there are activities on there today. If because of my mess up you didn't get very far, don't stress out. Do yesterday's today, or if from the PowerPoint you understood yesterday's learning, don't worry about the activities, move on to today's learning. So I'm just going to do my usual in a nutshell of today's learning. Today's learning is about the angles in a triangle. Now, the most important thing we can learn today, what do the angles in a triangle always add up to? What's that you say, Sam? Yes, Sam, they do add up to 180 degrees. You're correct. So if you can remember that one piece of knowledge, that angles in a triangle add up to 180 degrees, most of today's learning will be okay. In fact, today's learning is just recapping triangle and angle knowledge before we do some more tricky finding the angles in a triangle tomorrow. Let's go through it, shall we? So, at the top here, I've written 8 pieces of information just to help our learning today. You can scribble them down, or when you're doing your work, pause it here so you can look at them. Just make sure the arrow is not blocking them. So, isosceles triangle up here. Yep, you're right there. 2 sides are the same length, therefore 2 angles are the same measurement. Equilateral, all 3 sides are the same length, therefore all 3 angles have the same measurement. Right angle triangle. Yep, there's a right angle that fits in there. Right angle triangles are also scalene triangles, because scalene triangles have 3 sides that are different lengths and therefore 3 different angles. Occasionally right angle triangles can be isosceles, but most of the time they are scalene. Okay, so that's just a quick nutshell of triangle types. But what's that you say? What do the angles in all of those add up to? What's that? What's that, Ray B? Yes, 180 degrees. No matter what type of triangle, all 3 angles will always add up to, say it again for me, Ray B, 180 degrees. Okay, now we have our angle types down here. Acute angles. What's the value of acute angles? What's that, Ray C? Yes. They are less than 90 degrees. They're between 1 and 89 degrees. Little acute angles. That's why I say acute. They're little baby ones. Acute, cute. Right angle, 90 degrees. Nothing else. We know that. So then, from 91 up to 179, what do we have? Obtuse. Think of the word obese. The big, fat, obese angle. Obtuse. Then anything over 181, reflex. That doesn't actually help. It's just a song from the 80s. Ask your parents. But you're right there. That's exactly it. Reflex angles are anything over 181 until a full turn, which is, what's a full turn, Alfie? Yes, 360 degrees. Okay. That's our knowledge for today. That should now help us answer the 3 questions I've got. The other questions in your activities today you should be able to work out. So, here's a triangle. We've got a right angle, 25 degrees here, 25 degrees here. What's A? So, what's that? Remind me again, Ray B, Sam. How many angles in a triangle? The value of angles in a triangle, 180. So we know, using Messico's favourite bar model, that the total angles in a triangle are 180 degrees. We've got a right angle, which we know is, say it again for me, Arthur, 90 degrees. We know we've got 25 degrees, and we've got A. So how are we going to work out A? Ashton, say it for me. You're my bar modelling king, Ashton. Yes. If we add those 2 together and then take them away from 180, we will find out the value of this part, A. So 90 add 25 is 115. You may need a method to do this, but I'm going to do it in my head. 180 take away 115 will be 65. So A has a value of 65 degrees. What you can do to double check is add them all together again and see if you get 180. So 60 and 20 is 80. Add the 2 5s is 10. That's 90. 90 and 90, 180. Question B then. So, this is the question that you should have a protractor for. They want you to draw a triangle, but you actually don't need a protractor to answer. It asks you what type of triangle have you drawn. You don't need a protractor for that. Let's have a look. So we've got a triangle. The base is 5 centimetres. Angle C is 40 degrees. And angle A and B are the same. Let's look back at our triangles. Which triangle has two angles that are the same? Because A and B are the same, but C is different. Oh, isosceles. So if the base is 5 centimetres, we're going to roughly say that this is about 40. So there's our very crudely drawn isosceles triangle. See, you guys can work, you won't be able to draw it, but you can certainly identify the type of triangle. Okay then, crew. Last one is the true or false. So I've got an isosceles triangle. One side is 10 centimetres. The angles measure 35 degrees, 60 degrees, and you can just see it there, 85 degrees. Is that true or false? What do you think? Hands up. Who's got a hand up at the back? Oh, Emily G. True or false? You're right, Emily. False. It is false. Why can't this be an isosceles triangle? Alice. Yes, Alice, you are completely correct. Because an isosceles triangle has two angles that are the same. As you can see down here, all three angles are different. So it couldn't possibly be an isosceles triangle. This piece of information wasn't needed. Don't get panicked by extra information. Just use the bits you do need. So if it's not an isosceles triangle based on these measurements, what type of triangle is it, James? Yep, that's right, James. It's scalene because it's got three different angles and one of them isn't 90. So that is today's learning in a nutshell. I hope that's helped. Remember, you can always email me if you need further help. Pause bits of this if you need to. Pause it on the information or draw it out. I hope that's been useful. I hope you crack on with your learning nicely today. I'm going to go into some trickier triangle angle measurements tomorrow. Have a good day. Be brilliant. See you later. Bye.